Three things you need to do to shoot it right. You need to hold the gun properly, you need to aim it properly, and the last is very important part, your trigger control. That makes you a good marksman. Holding a gun, that is very, very important. The purpose of the hold is recoil management. You need to manage the recoil. You don't need to leave the gun loose anyway so that it goes up and down too much. You need to control that up and down movement the best way possible. The first shot doesn't matter, second shot doesn't matter. How long it takes the gun to come down to the situation where you pull the trigger again. So you need to make sure that you're not leaving any space right here. This is where it comes down. Most people who hold the gun like this. This is the most people hold, and this is not the way, because you're leaving a space right there. You need to make sure your thumb is higher, nothing left here. And your grip, this is your grip, really. Most tight grip you can do, this is your grip. This is a small gun, my pinky is still not there, or in the full-size gun you don't have this problem. So you need to make it so tight possible. And this is your dominant hand. But with your support hand, what you need to do is, the space, this is empty, you need to put your curvature right here and hold both the thumbs towards the target. This is what it should look like. And if needed, you can also put your finger right here. You need to control that gun. Or also, the more easier way is with your right dominant hand, push it forward, and with your support hand, pull it back. So you're not giving any space to the gun to move. And after that, the second step is you target. When it comes to target, rear sight and front sight on the target, and always focus on the front sight. This should be focus of your eye. And the third, and which is very important thing, that's where a lot of people make mistake. They have first two steps good. What they're lacking is trigger. So make sure it's empty, which is empty. So the trigger most people do is this way, where the gun moves this way. When you push the trigger or when you pull the trigger, it goes this way. It should come straight. The trigger control is, trigger is this. You're using this knuckle. You're not using this knuckle at all. This knuckle means you're hitting 7 o'clock. And really, if you're hitting 7 o'clock, that's a very easy fix. It means you're holding a gun properly, you're aiming it properly, but all the thing trigger. This is not the trigger. Trigger is this. Very, just politely, very softly pull it towards you. Let's say if you're holding the gun, pull the trigger towards your nose. This is all you need. If you can do these three things, you just master the shooting. And same thing comes on the revolver. It doesn't have the beaver tail like the semi-automatic handguns have, but you need to hold it as high as possible. And since this is a longer one, the better way I always do it, I always grab the trigger guard, which makes it more stable. And again, push the dominant hand and pull with your support hand, make it more stable. Another thing in the revolver, you never ever take your hand above the wheel, because Okay, so when you shoot, there always the sparks comes from this side. If you have your finger or hand above the cylinder, you can hurt yourself. So always be behind this. This is very important, because no matter how the cylinder is close to the barrel, you still have a space left there, and it can cause you heavy damage. We'll show you with a, or you can do the test by yourself. Put a piece of paper here and then shoot and see what happened to the paper. So these are the few things, and practice every day. You need to practice really every day. It doesn't, you don't have to go to the shooting range. In your home you can just do the dry practice. That's how you will know your gun a lot. If you're taking your gun out in a month, then you're still struggling what's going on. And go, once in a while and practice in the shooting range. Put up the target, and in the beginning 3 yards away, not more than that, because if you are not hitting that thing in 3 yards, you're not hitting in 25 yards. Don't set up the target 10 yards or 15 yards looking at the people what they're doing. No, just look at yourself. Set up the target as close as possible. Here in Placer County, if you check their website for CCWs, if they go for the modification or something, or for the qualification of CCW, so the shooting instruction starts from 1.5 yard. 1.5 yard is just like there. They want you to shoot the 1.5 yard first, because of course when you're not shooting at 1.5 yard, you're not shooting at 5 yards, you're not shooting at 10 yards. So you need to improve as close as possible and know your gun all the time, and know your target, what's beyond that, because everything out of this muzzle, you are liable for it. Thank you.